Hello everyone, and welcome to Victoria, the capital city of British Columbia. I'm your driver tonight. It's a short drive into downtown, just 12-13 minutes, no more than that. And my name is Cord, like the extension cord with no extension. I came here 21 years ago from Germany, immigrated, and I never looked back. I can confirm this is a wonderful place to start a new life, and that's what I did. And yeah, came here to cover the Olympic Games in 2010 as a journalist, and I did. And then after that I stayed. Victoria today has about 400,000 inhabitants and is made up of 13 municipalities. And it all started very small in 1843 as Fort Victoria, which was founded by the Hudson's Bay Company as a fur trading post. So the big trading company put Fort Victoria on the westernmost location of the North American continent, here on the island. And then within 19 years, 1862, the Fort Victoria had exploded with people living here, coming to the fort, and in 1862 the city of Victoria was established. And everything happened so quickly because on the mainland we had the gold rush happening in the 1850s. So all the adventurers came here to Victoria, Fort Victoria I must say, to buy their licenses, to buy equipment, get on a boat, make their way over to the mainland, and then search for gold in the Fraser River, the Klondike, the Yukon, further up north. And that's the reason why Fort Victoria grew so quickly that only 19 years later the city was established. And today the 400,000 people, like living here on the southern tip of Vancouver Island, make up almost half the population of the entire island. And Vancouver Island actually is the biggest island on the west coast of North America. It has, as a comparison, it's the same size approximately as the US state of Maryland. So truly a big island. Victoria and Vancouver Island have the mildest climate in all of Canada. We do get snow once in a while, but generally the winters are very wet and mild, which is why many Canadians who live in the interior provinces like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, come here to spend the winter to escape the brutally harsh temperatures in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, where it's like really cold. And so they are like the snowbirds of Canada coming here, and that has given Victoria and the island the nickname of the Florida of Canada. So on our right, I mean, I know it's dark now, but you may get an idea of how big our Beacon Hill Park is, which is all the way almost into downtown on our right here. A truly big park, 185 acres large, and the land of the park, the whole park basically, was given to the city as a gift by the Hudson's Bay Company, and it came with 3 conditions. And these conditions are still honored to this day, which I find truly remarkable. And there should never be a fence surrounding this big park, and there is no fence. No commercial enterprise is allowed in the park, so you cannot just come here and buy a hot dog or some ice cream. You have to bring your own food for the picnic in the summer, and that's exactly what the Victorians do. And the third condition, still in effect today, nothing that happens in the park will cost you anything. Everything is free of charge. And there is a band shell, there is a petting zoo. Everything that happens is either free or by donation. And I find it remarkable today's times that these conditions are still honored. But that's the case, I can confirm it. I've never paid a cent having a good time in the park. See, this is where the park ends, here by the traffic light, and that's how big it is. It stretches all the way over to the east. 75 hectares or 185 acres. Coming up on our left-hand side, really difficult to see now that it's dark, but you may catch a glimpse of one of the many totem poles here in Thunderbird Park on our left now. I know it's difficult to see, but maybe you spot one. Better to see because it's well lit is the longhouse. Here on the left-hand side is the entrance to a longhouse, which is a gathering place for the indigenous people, also part of Thunderbird Park, that collection of totem poles. And the longhouse, I've been in it, has an open roof, so there can actually be a fire, like be lit inside that house. And that's exactly what's happening for ceremonial purposes. Everything in downtown Victoria is within walking distance, so really close together, almost like in a European style city. And you will see the main attractions all in one area. I'm going to point it out as we go. Coming up on the left is the Royal BC Museum, British Columbia Museum. The building here with the red lights on the side. It's a big, big museum, one of the largest in the whole country. And it depicts 12,000 years of British Columbia history, the people and nature. And now as I'm turning right here, if you look to the left, you will see our first prominent landmark, the Parliament buildings, all illuminated every night, 3,330 light bulbs. It's the seat of the Legislative Assembly of British Columbia, so this is where all the laws are being made. Opened in 1898, and 10 years later, the next landmark on your right, behind these buses, the Empress Hotel. You may have heard or read about the Empress. This opened in 1908 with 110 rooms. Today it has 464 rooms, so it was expanded over the years. And it has hosted prominent guests from John Travolta all the way to Winston Churchill, Queen Elizabeth, John Wayne. They all spent some time inside the Empress. So as I'm turning right here now, if you look to the right, you will see the orca and the calf riding the grassy wave. That's a flower statue made of 6,000 plants and put up here every summer by the city's gardening department. Very popular with visitors to take a picture here with the orca and the calf. They even put the grass where the blowhole is. And up in front of us is Government Street. This is our main shopping street, and that's also where the bus stop will be. Today this is a pedestrian zone. It used to be all open before COVID came, and then during the pandemic the city turned Government Street into a pedestrian zone, and after COVID the people of Victoria liked it so much, like the outdoor patios, it remained a pedestrian zone to this day. So where you will leave the bus is also where we will come to pick you up to take you back to the ship. There's 2 more turns and then we are at the stop, so it's easy to find. Same spot where you get off is also where you will find the bus to be taken back to the ship. I hope you have enjoyed the smooth ride on the big double-decker. Maybe it's your first time on a double-decker. If you feel like leaving a gratuity, I would be very happy about it, and I take it personal. It means a lot to me. It's like, it really is personal and special to me. But of course, first and foremost, I want you to enjoy the sights. Maybe have an ice cream, get a souvenir, and then I'm looking at my watch here. In about an hour is when the last bus will take you back to the ship. So here's our stop on the right, and this is also where we will come back to take you back to the ship.
What do you want to do? A bus comes by every 15 minutes?
Yes, every 15 minutes.
Okay.
And the last one in just around 11 p.m.
All right.
So have a good time, everybody.